In the recording. Okay, so what we have covered so far is Upasni ji. Last episode we saw that Upasni ji traveled from Shirdi to Sindhi, Nagpur, Kharagpur. Dr. Pillai uh, and his friends took him there. When he returned, he stayed at Kushal Chandji farm at Rata, and then he had built a coterie of devotees, Nagpur, Kharagpur, also in when he returned back, Parsis, Hindus, different, devotees started coming here, there. His Adhyan for 4 years, that was completing under the guidance of Sai Baba. During same time, we also saw in Shirdi, Baba was getting distressed because a lot of tamashawala and other people started coming to Baba because they came to know Baba is very generous and he will give you a lot of dakshina. So Satheji was called. We you know heard about the setting up of Dakshina Bhiksha Sansthan, but it didn't last very long. During the same time, Upasni ji had returned to Khandoba Mandir. So Satheji, Sagun Nayak, and many other devotees, they paid Upasni visit at Khandoba Mandir in 1916. And Durga Bai, we also heard about Durga Bai was to Upasni Baba what Baija Bai was to Sai Baba. Durga Bai was asked by Baba specifically to serve Upasni ji as if she is serving him. So she will bring Nevedya to Upasni ji after Madhyana Aarti, no matter where Upasni ji is, maybe is on the road, highway, or in some jungles there, or Rahata farm. So today what we are going to cover is the years. Now we are in 1916. Today we are going to cover years 1916, 17, 18 onwards till 1941. And what we're gonna see, Upasni ji fame has really gone up. A lot of visitors have come. He's settled. He's settling in Sakori, but we'll see that he keeps going to Khandoba Mandir, and we'll also see, during those times there were plague incidents that hit western part, or actually the entire India. And one of those years, we know Baba's Mahanirvan happened, right? And then we'll also talk about Upasni ji's, Sakori, how it spread. There were ashram built and many other, interesting facts around during that time. And then, Upasni ji's Nirvan. So in 1916, right, in Daulat Shah, Upasni ji was staying at Rata farm, right? And Khushal Chand ji family, they also had a business and houses in Ahmednagar also. So Daulat Shah took Upasni ji once to his Nagar house, and there also he gathered a lot of devotees. But as we have, heard that he did not like people coming there looking for miracles. So which is very similar to excuse me, what Baba used to say, I'm not a magician. So after he returned back, he didn't stay at Rata farms. He stayed in a hut outside of Sakori. And in 1916, there was an attack of bubonic plague. So, all the villagers, they were very scared, and it affected Shirdi, Sakori, close by all the Western India. So all the villagers were very scared, and they fled, and they asked Upasni ji also ki aap bhi aiye, this is risky. But Upasni ji stayed back, right? And they were all very surprised. And at the same time, Durga Bai, she continued her niyam of giving Navedya to Upasni ji, even to, when he was staying back in the plague in the Sakori village. And villagers will also visit him once in a while, but he was doing very some interesting acts during that time. So what he will do is he will take a broom and he started sweeping the entire Sakori village. So, and Durga Bai will help him, once in a while when she visits him. And villagers will ask, Baba, what are you doing? So Upasni ji was saying that he is removing plague and making it inhabitable for all the villagers when they come back. And, plague did subside. Villagers returned back to the Sakori village. Nothing happened. Of course, nothing was supposed to happen. Upasni ji is a saint under the guidance of Baba, and villagers insisted him that why don't you stay here permanently, Sakori? But he said he moved to Khandoba Mandir in December 1916. So the pictures that you are seeing here, these are all, and for this episode has been courtesy of Jayesh Bhai. He did a lot of effort. The starting and the ending aartis, many videos is in there. That's all courtesy of Jayesh Bhai. And content is because of Kevin Shefford, Narasimha Swamiji, and many other authors. So I would like to share one thing, that Narasimha Swamiji, he could not collect lot of material regarding Upasni ji. And so there are many other authors or devotees who collated all this material, and that is more those are more devoted, aligned to Sakori ashram. And few authors, they like Kevin Shefford, he collated all these materials from different authors. So Khandoba Mandir, Upasni ji moved to Khandoba Mandir in December 16, and devotees started coming to Khandoba Mandir, and so was Durga Bai. Durga Bai was, she was running here and there, and later on in the episode, we'll see that her runnings, came to an end, like exactly like Baija Bai's came to an end because Baba got settled in Dwarka Mai. So there are a lot of, similarities. So Dr. Pillai in Dwarka Mai updated Baba about Upasni ji's events that happened in Nagpur, Kharagpur, and Baba said one statement which is very, very, worth noting. Son is better than father. Okay. So Baba used to send, we have seen Baba used to send many of his devotees to Pasniji for blessings. The Chandrakai Borkar, Jog Sahib, and many others. I wanted to share one incidence here of a Swami. There was a one Swami who came to Dwarka Mai. He was an acquaintance of Kaka Sahib Dikshit. वो काका साहिब दीक्षित के परिचय में थे. वो द्वारका में आए, बाबा के साथ बैठे, and he was kind of disrespectful in a sense that बाबा के साथ बैठकर हंस हंस मिलके बात कर रहे थे, और कैसे हो ऐसे, as if he knew him for years, right? Generally devotees, when they come, they are a bit respectful because Baba is a saint. It's only his close coterie of devotees like Shama and others, who were very friendly and very close to, who can talk like that. So Baba felt that, and Baba asked Swami, okay, you have to do one, I want you to do one job for me. Swami ji kya hai, okay, kya karna hai Baba? तो उन्होंने कहा, go to Khandoba Mandir, get 400 rupees dakshina. So he said Khandoba Mandir. So Swamiji said, okay, when you mean Khandoba Mandir, you mean Upasni Baba? He said, yes, go to him, get 400 rupees, from him. So he immediately went. He was very happy that Baba ne mujhe ek kaam diya hai and I'm representing Baba going to there. So he immediately went to Khandoba Mandir, and there he saw Upasni ji was sitting under banyan tree, surrounded by devotees as usual. एंड वो वहां जाकर उन्होंने उपासनी जी को कहा कि ऐसे ऐसे बाबा ने मुझे कहा कि तुम जल्दी से मुझे 400 रुपए दक्षिणा दे दो. And there also he was, a bit disrespectful, saying, considering as if Upasni ji has to give him, ignoring the, the order or status Upasni ji has, and what respects Baba has for Upasni ji. So Upasni ji felt it, and Upasni ji खड़े हुए, और उपासनी जी ने स्वामी को, he started giving him thrashings, and he was very scared. Swami was very scared. He said, what are you doing? I want 400 rupees. What is this? What is it? and all villagers were also surprised what's happening. So Swami immediately returned back to Dwarka Mai, एंड उसने सब स्टोरी बाबा को बताई कि बाबा ऐसे ऐसे वो पासनी जी ने तो मुझे कुछ नहीं दिया, मुझे बल्कि ये ऐसे मार मुर के भेज दिया। तो बाबा हंसने लगे। बाबा कहते, व्हाट्स रॉन्ग विद दिस, you don't want good things every day, these things also you should get. And then Baba made one statement, okay, he did not give 400 rupees to me, at least he gave to you. So the point here is that Baba wanted him to get him thrashings, and we have seen this in last episode, that these thrashings, beatings by saints are nothing but the blessings in disguise. And उसके बाद स्वामी का attitude change हो गया. There is no record whether he visited Upasni ji again or not, but this was one of the interesting things I wanted to share with you. Now, what happened in early 1917, some devotees visited Upasni ji, and as we have seen before, Upasni ji has always some digestive issues, right? So he was found in pain by his devotees and because of piles, so they suggested him for an operation. So Upasni ji said कि अगर बाबा कहेंगे तो मैं जाऊंगा, नहीं तो नहीं जाऊंगा. So finally he agreed, and he was taken to Miraj for the operation. So अब ऑपरेशन के लिए जाना है, तो सारे डिवोटीज कह रहे हैं कि मैं भी जाऊंगा आपके साथ उपासनी जी. सो बट एंड दुर्गा बाई को तो जाना ही था बिकॉज शी वाज वेरी क्लोज टू उपासनी जी. सो फाइनली दे डिसाइडेड ओनली दुर्गा बाई विल गो विद हिम, बिकॉज अकोमोडेशन अरेंज करना वहां पे सबके लिए, खाना बनाना, दुर्गा बाई यूज्ड टू बी कुकिंग फूड फॉर उपासनी जी एंड फॉर एवरीवन. सो ओनली दुर्गा बाई वेंट देयर. एंड शंकर पटेल, जो Sakori village ka headman tha, he arranged for Tanga for both of them, and they went there. Operation was done successfully. And interesting thing was there that when the operation started, doctor, it's normal procedure to give anesthesia, chloroform. Upasni ji said, I don't want this chloroform. And uh, you know, this operation was actually, there was another operation, similar operation was done before with Upasni ji, where he did not take chloroform, and he was operated without chloroform. But this time he eventually agreed to take chloroform, and the operation was successfully done. Now in hospital, he's recovering. Several devotees came from Kolhapur. Miraj and Kolhapur, they are very close places. So a lot of people, visitors, devotees came from Kolhapur, and they were coming for the first time. And somebody must have told ki Upasni ji is visiting Miraj for operation. You pay them visit. He's a great saint. Upasni ji said, I'm not the person you are looking for. He said, I don't. So then what they did, they brought devotees from Kharagpur जो कि उपासनी जी को जानते थे. देन उपासनी जी couldn't say कि आई एम नॉट उपासनी महाराज. सो देन जो सारे खड़गपुर के ये कोल्हापुर के डिवोटीज जो आए थे, दे रिक्वेस्टेड उपासनी जी कि आप कोल्हापुर चलिए, हमारे साथ वहां रहना, वहां रिकवर करो. एंड डॉक्टर ऑल्सो सेड द सेम थिंग कि कोल्हापुर बीइंग अ cooler place than Miraj, your recovery will be faster. So why don't you go? So finally, Upasni ji accepted invitation, and Upasni ji and Durga Bai, they went to Kolhapur and started staying there. And we know कोल्हापुर में महालक्ष्मी मंदिर है, और उपासनी जी महालक्ष्मी मंदिर गए दर्शन करने. He sat in one corner, and deluge of devotees came and surrounded him. They haven't met him before, and it is very natural, right? When you have a saint, a divine soul, हम हमारा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस भी है, जब हम देखते हैं मंदिर में कोई बैठा है, तो वी ऑटोमेटिकली गो देयर and started bow to him and take his darshan. And the similar thing happened there. And then finally he was taken away in a tanga, and lot of devotees intercepted tanga, and they said कि उपासनी जी आप हमारे घर में रहिए. तो काफी एक कोई कह रहा था आप हमारे घर में रहिए, बट उपासनी जी फाइनली डिसाइडेड to stay at the samadhi of Kumbhar Swami in Potter Colony. Okay. And from there, he went to Pune, visiting his brother, and finally he returned to Shirdi in July 1917. Now from Pune they came to Chitli station. Chitli station जो शिरडी से one stop है. They took Tanga to Rahta. जब वो टांगा में आ रहे थे, खुशहाल चंद बीच में उनको मिले. उन्होंने कहा कि आप राहता चलिए, हमारे साथ रहिए. बट शंकर पटेल जो हेडमैन थे सकोरी विलेज के, उन्होंने ही मैनेज टू कन्विंस देम टू स्टे इन सकोरी इन मारुति मंदिर. And they stayed there. After that, he again moved to Khandoba Mandir. And Durga Bai, her job was getting difficult day by day, because one day he's in Khandoba Mandir, Sakori, everywhere. So one day Durga Bai had to leave for Amravati for some urgent work. So she wanted to make sure कि Upasni Baba ji की सारी चीजें they are taken care of. So she deputed some other replacement for Upasni ji who can take care of Upasni ji. But in her absence, Upasni ji moved to Shri Khande home, who asked him to make as permanent residence, Shri Khande in Sakori. Okay, so another devotee I want to talk about here is the Yashwant Rao Borke. He was the first devotee from Sakori who met Upasni ji in 1914 in Khandoba. He also requested him to stay at his place in Sakori, and he did for 2 days. And बोरके जी का जो घर है वो अभी भी सकोरी में है. And I would like to, and बोरके जी के जो grandson है, I think he is on this satsang. Borke ji, I will request you, if you are there, please say Sai Ram on the comment chat so that other devotees can see. Because Borke ji, the pictures that you are seeing here, the top picture, Borke ji, Yashwantrao Borke ji is touching Upasni ji's feet. In the below picture, the red circle, you have Borke ji also. And right next to Borke ji, you can see this is Gadge Maharaj. The Gadge Maharaj, we have heard references in Tarkhand ji's when he used to visit Tarkhand ji's. Gadge Maharaj ji, he visited Dwarka Mai also. Okay, when he needed some funding for his activity, he went to Dwarka Mai. So Yashwant Borke was this first devotee, right? And he stayed there Upasni ji stayed there for 2 days. Then in 1918, he moved to a hut on a cremation ground outside of Sakori village. And now what Durga Bai did, she built her hut right next to Upasni ji. And that cremation ground, वो जगह ऐसी थी कि एक तो पहले तो वो cremation ground, ऊपर से there were a lot of thorns, bushes. It was very difficult for somebody to go and reach to Upasni ji Baba. And maybe this was done deliberately because nobody, normal people, they don't want to even go to cremation ground during daytime. So forget about other times. Maybe Upasni ji built his hut there so that कोई आएगा नहीं वहां. एक तो bushes है, thorns है, cremation ground, nobody will come, and he can have his own solitude. So Durga Bai built her hut next to Upasni ji, and now she doesn't have to travel long distances because Upasni ji is settled on his hut in cremation ground. Durga Bai की hut वहां पर है और उसको निवेद्या जो है वो वहीं से आती रहती है, right? जब बाबा घूमते थे, बाबा द्वारका में सेटल हो गए, बाईजा बाई द्वारका में आती थी और निवेद्या दे के चलती. एंड लेटर इन द ईयर सकोरी में उसी जगह वहां पर आश्रम was built there. For some time, Upasni ji Maharaj stayed in complete isolation, kept meditating. He then thought of starting a Pathshala for small children, where he would teach Sanskrit, Rudras, Chamkam, because he came from the Brahmin family. His grandfather Gopal Shastri, he has taught him all these Veds and Shastras. So this Pathshala lasted a few months, although as the students were unable to grasp this high grade lessons that Upasni ji will give. So Upasni ji, we saw he's settled in Sakori. He's content with the basic rural setting adjoining an agricultural village. Jo Sakori tha, it was a small agricultural, village, right, close to Shirdi. And we saw Meher Baba, other saints used to often visit him at Sakori. Devotees at distant Kharagpur included many Brahman office workers. They sent to Sakori gifts of bilva fruit, coconuts. Sacred Indian bilva tree yields a pear-shaped fruit that is traditionally a remedy for digestive ailments and piles. Seeds from these and other gifts were planted in and adjoining the cremation ground. These labors eventually produced many trees. The plants were watered by devotees and others, with Upasniji assisting their volunteers. Now, in 1918, Upasniji devotees thought of doing a 7-day celebration honoring Upasniji. Upasniji was not, he didn't like all these celebrations, worshipping and all that stuff, but he finally agreed. So tent was erected, temple was built. Amidas Mehta, this name may sound familiar. He was a great Baba devotee from Bombay. Amidas Mehta also, he was very close to Upasniji. He brought pictures of Upasniji and Sai Baba from Bombay for the celebration, and he put it in the temple so that they can worship. But Upasniji didn't like putting his picture. He said, replace my picture with Tukaram and Dutt Maharaj. So, 7-day celebration, kirtans, performances, lectures on a large scale, devotees from all over the place, Rata se aaye, Shirdi, Bombay, Pune. But Upasniji, like Baba, he did not like all this stuff, and he wanted to bring down the tents. He gave thrashings. He beat the people, devotees who resisted, and like it's typical of Sai Baba, right? Even when Purandhare ji, other devotees, they were fixing the bell of Dwarka Mai, uski chhat theek kar rahe hain, Baba ne aake usko gira dena hai. Exactly, Upasni ji was doing the same thing here. He said, I don't want this whole thing. And the problem was with the devotees was उन्होंने tent खड़े कर दिए. It was very expensive to stand up these tents and dismantle these tents. So उन्होंने क्या किया devotees ने कि उनको उपासनी जी को खुश करने के लिए उन्होंने ऐसे ही दिखाया. They started loosening tents कि ठीक है उपासनी जी का थोड़ा ठीक हो जाएंगे. He'll calm down and he'll let us. But that was not the case. One morning he came during that 7 days and he tore apart the curtains of the temple, threw pictures here and there, and he was very upset and angry the entire day. So next day he calmed down and he agreed for celebrations to continue. So devotees asked him, Upasni ji, what happened? What was the reason? So he said he was very upset and sad as the huge star is going to fall from sky on 10th day of Ashwin. So devotees actually literally went by this statement. So what they did on that day, they were curious, people were curious, and they started gazing at the sky to look for that star, but nothing happened. And well, 10th day of Ashwin was nothing but 15th October 1918. When we know that Baba took Mahasamadhi and has left his heavenly abode. Upasni Maharaj was very upset. He knew this. He has an inkling beforehand. He was in a bad mood throughout the day. He went to Shirdi in the evening. After 4th day, Upasni ji laid at Shirdi Sainath Baba's Samadhi and wept like a child. I mean, it's very natural. Baba was his guru, and he knew beforehand. All these saints, they know, they connect with each other through telepathy. Baba knew about Tajuddin, about Gajanan Maharaj. Baba knew about Tajuddin Baba ki usme wahan pe aag lag gayi hai. Upasni ji knew the same thing, right? And I would like to share at this point with you, all of you, some interesting telepathic messages that Baba sent to his devotees. So, this is 4 months before Baba took Samadhi. Qasim was Abdul Baba's son. So Baba called Qasim and gave him a job. He said, Qasim, take this 250 rupees and go to Aurangabad. and meet Fakir Shamsuddin and ask him to do Nias and Qawwali with this rupees 250. Nias meaning in he cook the food, distribute to the poor people, and Qawwali we all know, and bhajan, kirtan, what they do. So Qasim wasn't very acquainted with Aurangabad whereabouts. So he took Imam Bhai with him, and also along with him he took his servant Amir. Now Baba said फकीर शमशुद्दीन के बाद जाके ये 250 रुपए दो उनको, उसके बाद तुम फकीर बन्ने मियाँ के पास जाना, ये सेवंती की जो माला है, सेवंती की जो माला है, यू शुड गार्लैंड हिम एंड यू शुड टेल हिम द फॉलोइंग वर्ड्स. और ये वर्ड और स्टेटमेंट जो उन्होंने बोली ये थी, नव दिन नव तारीख अल्लाह मियाँ अपना दुनिया ले गया, मर्जी अल्लाह की. अब कासिम और इमाम भाई, they didn't know anything. They said बाबा क्रिप्टिक बातें करते थे, and this is around July of 1918. So वो गए and they reached Aurangabad station around in the morning, and Fakir Shamsuddin, they met Fakir Shamsuddin, and he immediately said, without even knowing them, he said, "Oh, who are these guests from Fakir Sain?" He already knew because these are all saints. So they went to his home. They all went to Fakir Shamsuddin home, gave him rupees 250 बाबा ने जो दिए थे, उन्होंने न्यास की, कवाली की, और उस रात all night. Next morning, as per Baba's wish, they were to go to Fakir Banne Miya. They went to Fakir Banne Miya house. और बन्ने मियाँ, फकीर बन्ने मियाँ जो थे वो, he was standing like with his one arm up, looking in the sky, up the sky, and he was surrounded by Arabs. अरब डिवोटी जो थे वो उसके उनके आसपास थे. तो वो he they wanted to approach him, but Arab devotee said, okay, don't go near Banne Miya, he is very upset and angry, he will thrash you. That's very typical of saints, right? I mean, बाबा के साथ भी ऐसे था, कई बार जब जाते थे, नहीं अभी बाबा के पास मत जाओ, बाबा अच्छे मूड में नहीं है. तो उन्होंने कहा बट हमें तो जाना है, क्योंकि बाबा ने हमें ऑर्डर दिया कि ये ऐसे करना है. तो दे गैदर्ड करेज और बने मियाँ जी के पास गए, और उन्होंने उनको सेवंती की माला डाली और बोला कि बाबा ने आपको ये मैसेज दिया फकीर जी की, नव दिन नव तारीख अल्लाह मियाँ अपना दुनिया ले गया, मर्जी अल्लाह की. बन्ने मियाँ, he looked up the sky and tears rolled down his eyes. The message was nothing but Baba was telling with this statement to Banne Miya that his Mahanirvan is coming in on the 10th day of Ashwin. So, these all these saints, they were all connected to each other. Moreshwar Pradhan. Moreshwar Pradhan जो थे वो बॉम्बे के जज थे. He was a close devotee of Baba. हाई कोर्ट में जज थे, एंड उनको अस्थमा था. तो वो द्वारका माई गए थे. बाबा ने उदी से उनका उदी दी और कहा अब अस्थमा तुम्हारा ठीक हो गया. What happened one day, and Moreshwar Pradhan और जो बाबा साहिब तरखंड थे, they were very close friends. They used to play bridget on Sundays, so they were partners on that game. So very close family friends, and they were staying nearby in Bombay. So one day what happened, मोरेश्वर प्रधान को अस्थमा अटैक अचानक से आ गया. He was all right all this time. So उसने जल्दी से, he asked his servant to go to Tarkhat's house and call Baba Sahib Tarkhand, because he had full faith on him, because Tarkhand ji was very close to Baba. So servant आया उनके घर, वो तरखट जी अपनी उदी लेके उनके पास गए, एंड मोरेश्वर जी ने कहा ये क्या हो गया, बाबा ने तो कहा था सब ठीक हो गया मेरा अस्थमा, ये फिर क्यों आ गया. तो ही सेड डोंट वरी, टेक दिस उदी. ही पुट उदी इन द वाटर, और उनको उन्होंने पानी पिला दिया, एंड अस्थमा gradually subsided and he was fine. He said don't worry, if you have further problem more with asthma, take more of Baba Sudhi, because they had full faith. So Tarkhat ji was also very surprised, and he returned back to his home around 2 p.m. And that day, my devotees, that day was nothing but 15th October 1918. Baba Sahib Tarkhand returned to his home from Moreshwar Pradhan के घर से at 2 p.m. और तरखंड जी के घर पे एक सैंडलवुड का मंदिर है, उसकी भी एक बहुत बड़ी स्टोरी है. वी विल डिस्कस इन वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस, और मे बी वी कैन डिस्कस सम अदर एपिसोड. उसके अंदर बाबा की एक पिक्चर है, बाबा की फोटो है. वो अभी भी है मंदिर विरार में, मुंबई में. वो फोटो भी बाबा ने ही तरखंड जी को दी थी. चोर बाजार में जाओ, वहां पे उन्होंने फोटो अरेंज करी हुई थी और उनको मिल गई. उसकी भी लंबी स्टोरी है. तो व्हाट दे ऑब्जर्व तरखंड जी कि मंदिर में जब वो पहुंचे दोपहर को, कि मंदिर में जो फोटो थी वो ब्रैकेट से निकल के साइड पे हो गई थी. तो दे वर वेरी सरप्राइज. दे सेड मे बी क्लीनिंग, किसी ने मंदिर साफ किया है, बट बीइंग अ विजयदशमी डे दे ऑलरेडी डिड क्लीनिंग इन द मॉर्निंग, and it shouldn't happen. Immediately after that, in few half an hour, this was, they returned home 2 p.m. Dikshit ji ka servant unke ghar aaya, and he broke the news that Baba has left his mortal coil. So these are the messages. Moreshwar Tarkhand का अस्तमय का आना, तरखंड जी के मंदिर में पिक्चर का हिलना, these are the messages Baba is giving to his devotees कि मैं चला गया हूं. Right? He is not trying to harm Moreshwar Pradhan, but this is the way he is giving telepathic messages to his devotees. And there are many of these. Many of us, we don't know. Many of these signals are undocumented, because during that time, you know, devotees used to believe कि जो मेरे experiences है वो मेरे हैं, मेरे को किसी से share नहीं करना. और नरसिम्हा स्वामी जी also had the similar problem, because it was very difficult for him to gather all these experiences, because people used to think कि it may be misconstrued, or उसको twist करके लिखा जाएगा. तो जो मेरे experience है वो मेरे ही है, मैं किसी से share नहीं करूंगा. Right? So these are some interesting things that Baba shared with send his messages during his Mahanirvan. Now 1918, during November time, right after Baba, we know that Baba's Mahanirvan happened during the plague, and there was a great, this is plague happened globally. The world war ended. Soldiers, they were returning to India, and when they returned, they spread the infection, and as a result, the entire country was impacted, including Shirdi and Sakori. So, in Sakori also people died, and similar things like we experience today in COVID days, like when people pass away, unfortunately, because the body is very infected, people are not allowed to go near the body. And the same thing was happening during those November, December, that people who were dying in Sakori, nobody was doing the last rites or cremating those dead bodies. They will just leave it there on the end. Upasni ji, where was he staying? He was staying, his hut was in the cremation ground. Upasni ji did the last rites of all these dead bodies, because he used to say plague is my friend. He was a saint. He didn't have any, he was not scared of any disease or anything like Baba, right? And another thing, Dr. Pillai say in 1913, Upasni ji predicted this thing already, that war will cause widespread problems globally. At that time, Dr. Pillai couldn't understand, but later he realized what Upasni was trying to say. Now, Upasni ji had some connection with Kashi, Varanasi. He made many trips to Kashi. And, 1 year after Baba left, Upasni ji told his devotees that he has to go to Kashi for his personal work related to Baba and other saints. So everyone was surprised कि कौन सा personal work है जो Upasni ji जाना चाहते हैं. So everyone said that we will also come with you, because Upasni ji जहाँ जाते थे उनके devotees उनके साथ चलते थे. That's always the case. So Upasni ji ke nahi, I will go alone. If you all want to come, you meet me there after fortnight, after 14 days. So they started collecting funds. Jog Sahib, you know, gave 1,000 rupees towards this so that he can be part of this trip. But as one night, all of a sudden, Upasni ji left for Kashi. And how he left was he had only one, and he had only ticket until Ankai. Ankai जो है वो दो stop है चितली station से. चितली है, you know, Sakori के बहुत पास एक stop है. So he went there. From there he went to Omkareshwar, वहां से Ujjain, Allahabad, and finally he reached Kashi. Right, there's a long story how he went, he met people, they arranged tickets. Right, when saints have to go, they everything is pre-arranged. So when he went there, he did not perform the last rites. Right, I want to clarify this thing in Poti and other places also it's written. He delegated this to a contingent of priests and got them done the last rites. जो आप पिक्चर देख रहे हो below, these are the original pictures. रेड सर्कल में जो देख रहे हो वो काशी, वो उपासनी जी हैं काशी में. This is all courtesy of जयराज भाई, जयेश भाई, sorry. He collected all these pictures from his CDs and computer from old times. So 9 days celebration was done honoring Baba and other saints in Kashi. Baba sent Bapu Sahib Jog to Sakori along with his holy Padukas, Chilim, and holy Rudraksh, which Baba used to wear during Aarti. Jog Sahib jo the wo Baba ki Aarti karte the. He was a designated person doing Aarti. Baba told Bapu Sahib Jog, henceforth you will be staying at Sakori and do seva of Upasni Maharaj and perform Aarti there. Upasni ji accepted the holy gifts from Baba and placed them in his puja altar. He arranged for Bapu Sahib Jog and his family's living house. Bapu Sahib Jog performed daily aarti. During each aarti, he would sit on an asan provided by Sainath ji. He would first garland Upasni Maharaj with Rudraksh Mala given by Baba, and then would do Pad Abhishek of Upasni Maharaj and then perform the aarti. He is the same Jog Sahib जो उनको खंडोबा मंदिर में रस्सियों से बांधकर द्वारका माई ले गए थे जब बाबा ने उनको कहा था कि उनको निवेद्या लो, बट उन्होंने नहीं ली. A great transformation in this devotee, right? And that is all happens because of our Sadguru Baba, right? And remember, I shared with you, there was only one wish by Jog Sahib to Sai Baba कि बाबा मुझे संन्यास कब दोगे आप. और बाबा ने कहा था तुम्हें मिलेगा. और हमने ये मैंने you know we shared that you know he had some ego of money. He used to get pension कोपर गांव से मिलती थी करते एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. बट जो उनको संन्यास दिया वो उपासनी बाबा ने दिया इवेंचुअली. और जो यहाँ फोटो आप नीचे देख रहे हो बापू साहिब जो की समाधि है सकोरी में. सो you when you guys go there, take darshan of that. So Bapu Sahib Jog first was the official aarti doing for Baba. After that he became for Upasni Maharaj ji. So when you go to Sakori, you would also see a cage. So what happened in 1921, Upasni ji locked himself inside a small bamboo cage. It was like 4 feet by 4 feet, very small. The cage was too small for such a stout person like Upasni ji. He was cramped inside. He suffered, he said, he suffered for the release of his disciples and was standing as a surety in the divine court for their release. Over 13 months, he confined himself in that small cage, practically fulfilling all his daily needs from there. Bapu Sahib Jog performed his aarti. Devotees listened to his discourses from within the cage. On 31st January 1924, Maharaj released himself from the cage, stepped out to greet a small child called Godavari Mataji. This small child, Godavari Vasudev Hatavilkar, later became the inheritor of the spiritual wealth of Sakori Ashram. In their first meeting itself, Upasniji took her on his lap, removed the garland from his neck and placed it around Gal's neck, astounding his devotees. Godavari Mata was only 8 years at that time. Godavari Mata ji was incarnation of Gajanan Maharaj. There is a story behind that. Gajanan Maharaj told to her parents, I will be born in your family through Godavari Mata. And this is the same Godavari Mata we are talking here. You would have seen that, observed that Upasni ji, although he was staying in Khandoba Mandir, Sakori, how far they are from Shirdi? 4 kilometers, 3 kilometers, very close by. How many times he visited Shirdi? Very, very few. How many times other of Baba's devotees, they used to come, right? They will come very frequently. So in March 1925, Upasni ji visited Shirdi for the first time since Baba left. Since 1918 के बाद वो शिरडी 1925 में गए. I mean, this is something really something to think about कि अगर हम वहां पास रह रहे हैं और बाबा वहां हैं, हम हर दिन अगले दिन पहुंचे होंगे वहां बाबा से मिलने, बट उपासनी जी नहीं पहुंचते थे. Because the reason is, without going there, he's talking to Baba. So in 1925, he visited Shirdi for the first time since 1918. He was accompanied from Sakori by many devotees. He stopped at Khandoba's temple, his former residence. He sat for a while, remembering about his past events. Tears flowed from his eyes. Upasni ji really had to suffer a lot in Khandoba Mandir, how people treated him and others, right? Many people in Shirdi came to greet him, but now the things were very different. He was a known saint. He's a lord of devotees. He was. He then went to Dwarka Mai, where he visited the Dhuni Mai and sat on the steps leading down to the courtyard, Sabha Mandap. His reception was very positive. Local people being keen to take his darshan. They even performed arti before him, using the same artis used for the worship of Baba. The visitor moved on to the Samadhi of Baba located in Butiwada. There he participated in the Aarti performed daily. Upasni ji put his head on the Padukas for a fairly long time, and with tears rolling down his cheeks, squatted on the floor leaning against the pillar, he was silent for some time. Of course, जब वो अपने पिता के यहाँ जा रहे हैं, पिता की समाधि पे जा रहे हैं, तो anyone will, go through that. Afterwards, Upasni ji visited other locations in Shirdi associated with Sai devotees. Finally, he made his way to the Khandoba Mandir. There for some while he sat under the banyan tree nearby. Again he shed tears. This was a deep mood of reminiscence, commemorating the events of 1911 onwards. 1911 was the year when he stepped into Shirdi. A number of Shirdi inhabitants were amongst the observers. He returned to Sakori at the end of the day. So he was based out of Sakori. His permanent place was Sakori. Ashrams have been built. But first time since Baba left, he visited Shirdi in 1925. His second and last visit to Shirdi was on 1935. So 1925, first visit after 1918. After that, he visited after 10 years. And I want you guys to remember this thing because I'm going to touch upon this point at the end of this episode. So 1935, he came to Shirdi Dwarka Mai on the Ram Navami. So what happened that Das Kanuji jo the, he used to send him, invitations, mock invitations to visit Shirdi. He was a Kirtankar, he will Ram Navami mein, he will do Kirtan on in Dwarka Mai. So once Upasni ji surprised everyone and he actually visited Dwarka Mai on Ram Navami day in April 1935. And all the people present there, that's their narration, it looked like as if Sai Baba has returned to Shirdi. Upasni ji bowed to Ganu ji and said, Ganu ji, I have accepted your invitation. Start the kirtan. And Ganu ji ko, Das Ganu ji ko us samay pata nahi kya hua. He immediately fell on his feet and asked for pardon. Look, the many of these devotees, ऐसा होता है कि जो बाबा के साथ के जो devotees थे, we discussed this, that Baba used to think very high about Upasni ji, और उनकी जो treatment toward Upasni ji थी was very different than to any other devotees, Dikshit ji, Imonkar ji, Das Ganu ji, or any other, right? All of them were close to Baba. So that has caused some, unwell behavior of them towards Upasni ji. So, but Ganu ji realized, he fell on his feet and asked for pardon. And Upasni ji said, Ganu ji, he gave him invitation, requested, why don't you come to Sakori also and do kirtan over there? So Godavari Mata, she used to come to Sakori from Shegaon, Jahan Gajanan Maharaj, very often. After some visits, she stayed back, and that too forever. So Godavari Mata, stayed in Sakori forever. Upasni ji got the Arpan Vidhi done in front of Lord Shiva in Trimbakeshwar, Nasik mein. Upasni Maharaj ji started teaching her in Sanskrit, Vedas, Upanishads. Mataji, as she was called, Godavari ji was also called Mataji, was a very good learner and picked up very fast. Bapu Sahib Jog jo the, he also used to teach her. As the age of Mataji grew, Upasni ji thought of forming a Kanya ashram. He endeavored to teach them all the Brahmanic kriyas and also perform yagnas. So आप आश्रम में जाएंगे, जो मैंने सुना है कि वहां पे यज्ञ होते हैं, वो 8-9 दिन तक होते हैं. तो he was, Upasni ji taught all this Kanya Yag. He got the support from all this, from Gadge Maharaj, Dada Sahib Kharpade. He was a big admirer of Upasni ji. And we have seen when he went to last episode, when he was in Nagpur, he came to know Upasni ji is in Nagpur at Dr. Pillai's house. He extended his stay, and he expressed his great admiration for Upasni ji. And of course, Bhimrao Ambedkar and similar thinkers of that time, because this was kind of, during that time, teaching Kanyas Veda scriptures was considered unorthodox. And slowly and gradually, Sakori ashram spread in the vast areas. Upasni ji started teaching Kanyas all the Brahmanic kriyas, perform yagnas. Ashram started with Godavari Mataji as the first Kanya, and 5 Kanyas joined later. And in the center, you can see this is the original picture of Upasni ji surrounded with Kanyas. And this is the original picture where Upasni ji is performing yagna and teaching how to perform yagna to Kanyas. This is the actual live video of yagna.
नारायणं देवं सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरुं अज्ञानतमनाशाय वन्दे सर्वात्मकं रविं सूर्यादित्य सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा सवितृ सूर्यनारायण सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा सूर्यादित्य सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा षट्स्वरारूढबीजेन षडङ्गं रक्ताम्बुज संस्थितं सप्ताश्वरथिनं हिरण्यवर्णं चतुर्भुजं पद्मद्वयाभयवरदहस्तं प्रणेतारं च श्रीसूर्यनारायणं स्वाहा भूभुवं भुवां स्वाहा मां जनान्तपां सत्यं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् परो रजसे सावधो मोमापो ज्योतिरसोऽमृतं ब्रह्म भूर्भुवस्वरो सूर्यात्मा जगतस्तस्तु षश्च निजायन्ते सूर्याद्यज्ञाः पर्जन्योऽन्नमात्मा ॐ नमस्ते आदित्याय ॐ त्वमेव केवलं तरतासि विष्णुरसि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं रुद्रोऽसि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं मृगसि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं सामासि मथर्वासि त्वमेव सर्वं छन्दोसि स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याद् वायुर्जायते आदित्याद् भूमिर्जायते आदित्यादापो जायन्ते ज्योतिर्जायते आदित्याद् व्योमदिशो जायन्ते वेदा जायन्ते आदित्याद् देवा जायन्ते एष एतन्मण्डलं तवति यसावादित्यो ब्रह्मा ॐ आदित्योऽन्तःकरणमनो बुद्धिचित्ताहङ्काराः आदित्यो वै व्यानसमानो दानापानप्राणाः आदित्यो वै श्रोत्रत्वक्चक्षुरसनानासाः वाक्पाणिपादोपस्थपायुनि शब्दस्पर्शरूपरसगन्धाः आदित्यो वै वचनादानगमनानन्दविसर्गाः आनन्दमयो ज्ञानमयो स्वाहा ॐ नमो मित्राय भानवे मृत्युर्मां पाहि भ्राजिष्णवे विश्वहेतवे नमः सूर्यो नो दिवस्पातु पार्थिवेभ्यः ॐ सूर्यः आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकराय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् ॐ सविता पश्चात्तात् सवितोत्तरात्तात् सविताधरात्तात् सविता न सुवतु सर्वतातिं दीर्घमायुः ॐ इत्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म घृणिरिति द्वयक्षरे आदित्य इति त्रीण्यक्षराणि ॐ घृणिः सूर्यादित्यः ॐ घृणिः सूर्यादित्यः सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा ॐ घृणिः सूर्यादित्यः सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा ॐ घृणिः सूर्यादित्यः सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा ॐ घृणिः सूर्यादित्यः सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा आदित्य सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा सूर्यादित्य सद्गुरवे नमः स्वाहा ॐ सूर्यनारायणं देवं सच्चिदानन्द सद्गुरुम् अज्ञानतमनाशाय वन्दे सर्वात्मकं रविम् ॐ घृणिः सूर्यादित्य
So, Upasni ji, this is another interesting fact. You will see parallelism between Baba, and here I'm referring to Bhagoji Shinde. So, Upasni ji Maharaj made expansive gestures to unfortunates who were marginalized and rejected by caste society. One of his devotees was a low caste leper devotee called Shantaram. He has given up all hope of a cure, sat at the gate of Sakori ashram. He was a leper devotee था जो सकोरी आश्रम के गेट में बैठता था. शांताराम को सोसाइटी से निकाल दिया गया था. He was sitting, he used to sit on the gate. He was very visible. Upasni ji refers to this leper as Satvik. He said कि जो इसको शांताराम को जो ये बीमारी आई है, it is sent by God, not the result of paap. His Atma has become pure and he is almost in a godly state. His very darshan absolves people of their sins. He's inspired to sit all at the outer gate. Whoever comes here first gets the darshan of Shantaram and gets his sins washed away. I also take his darshan. Upasni ji used to take his darshan every day within himself, and he revered such people. And many may not know Upasni ji used to bathe this leper devotee. उनको नहलाते थे, शांताराम को नहलाते थे और उनका तीरथ लेते थे. Shantaram was a lucky devotee to have spent time with Upasni ji. Bhagoji Shinde was a leper devotee. He was a fortunate devotee who was very close to Baba. He got the opportunity to spend time with Baba. Once Upasni Maharaj decked himself in a bridal costume and got himself married to Lord Surya Narayan. And these are the original pictures. And we'll see later in one of the yagna, Upasni ji dressed like female. And the manifestation for this, the significance for this was, you know, Adi Maya and Adi Shakti, right? जैसे हमारे शिव जी जो हैं, you know, he is also Ardnari, and that's what he is trying to portray here. These are some of the pictures, original pictures of Upasni Maharaj with the Kanyas. These are with his devotees. So now we come to the last years of Upasni ji, right? So in 1928, he visited Raja of Hyderabad and spent few days there. So Raja, you know, he donated acres of land and worshipped him as Datta. And after, you know, Upasni ji became a frequent visitor to Hyderabad there henceforth. And we discussed that his Kashi connection was consistent. He used to make several trips to Kashi. And what he used to do, जब काशी जाते थे तो रास्ते में नागपुर और खड़गपुर होके जाते थे, क्योंकि जो 1914 और 15 में उन्होंने डिवोटीज थे नागपुर और खड़गपुर में, you know, he will pay them a visit and see them, because 1914 and 15 was the time when he was in Nagpur. He built a lot of devotees and they started worshipping him there. So he will go through them and pay them a visit. And ashram में हमने जैसे भी देखा आरती services, you know, included readings from Bhagavad Gita. Upasni ji never preached like Baba, you know. He will always say focus on bhakti and karam yoga, the selfless karma. He help poor. Upasni ji and like other saint, he will say, don't serve me, serve the humanity. If you serve the humanity, you are doing the great job. And he was like Baba, he was against Siddhis and Hatha Yoga and, you know, etc., etc. So, and also he allowed, after years of resistance, he allowed his devotees to do arti of his picture. Devotees will do pradakshina of the ashram. Nevedya was cooked at the last scale, given to beggars, animals, birds. This is happening in Sakori, you know, during those times, and what it happens in Shirdi nowadays also, right? Upasni ji will give darshan between 3 and 6 p.m. every day, right? He was not very, you know, he did not like people approaching him, asking him questions. Right from the beginning, he preferred solitude. But, you know, he is now coming to that place where he's yielding to his devotees. He yielded to Durga Bai because he knows they have the right intentions, very you know. So he was unwelcoming for interviews, but he did give them. And he did advise people, don't advertise your spiritual experiences. Many, you know, big saints and big personalities visited Upasni ji in Sakori, and one of them in 1939 was Shankaracharya of Jyotirmat. He spent few days and said he's a great divine soul that people can't recognize, normal people cannot recognize. I'm not sure how many of you know Mahatma Gandhi ji also visited Upasni ji around 1924 in Sakori. These are some of the original pictures of Upasni ji. If you will observe, Upasni ji is only wearing that jute की दरी जो उनको पहले जब वो सिंधी में पहुंचे थे, जब उनको शॉवर के बाद उन्होंने धोती दी थी, उन्होंने गुस्से में आकर वो जूट की दरी जो गनी बैग वहां पड़ा था उसको वही उन्होंने पकड़ी हुई है, वही हमेशा वो पहनते थे. Here are some pictures with Meher Baba that were taken during his last days. He knew his coming. Saints know when they are coming to an end. And his health was waning because of diabetes and hardships he undergone. In 1940, he went to Kashi for the last time. In 1941, Sankranti festival attracted many devotees. Surya Yagna was performed for 14 days. Upasni ji participated for the last time and dressed like a female, and the picture we have seen before. This was to symbolize Adi Maya and Adi Shakti. November 1941, he visited Hyderabad for the last time, visiting Raja, and said before leaving for Hyderabad in Sakori, he made this statement, I will wind up everything within a month. He stayed 2 weeks there and returned back to Sakori on December 9th, 1941. He visited Pune on his return and reached Sakori December 1941. He used to visit Pune to his brother Balkrishna very often, whenever he gets chance. December 24th, Christmas Eve, early hours, he complained of chest pain in his hut. He was staying in his hut. House remedies and mustard plaster was applied on his chest. He sat on a couch, assuring them he will be free from pain in few minutes. They did not want to bother him and leave him alone for few hours because he did not move from one side to other, right? Upasni ji can sit at one place forever. When we remember when he quote went from Nagpur to Kharagpur. डॉक्टर मेहता कोपर गांव से उनको बुलाया गया था कि देखने के लिए, but he declared Upasni ji has left his mortal coil few hours before already. His body was put in silk carpet, taken around Dutt Mandir. Huge number of devotees came. The news spread like fire. He was buried and tomb was erected there. These are some of the original pictures of Upasni ji in his, when he was taken around the village. A great saint produced, created by Baba, right? And right next to Shirdi Sakori, which not many of, I can guarantee, most of the people don't know much, about this. And today's session, I think it won't be appropriate to close today's session without doing Upasni ji's Aarti. So I want to make sure I want that, in the end, we will do Upasni ji's Aarti. And now I come to the slide that I showed you 1 month back, 4 weeks back. We started with this slide. There are different type of Baba devotees. First row of devotees, Nachne ji, Nulkar ji, great devotees of Baba. Baba loved them. Sansaric people, they used to come very frequently. They used to, Baba mujhe yahi bula lo, jaldi. Nahi, Baba kehte tum jao, wahan jao. Second row of devotees, they were also Sansaric, Adkar ji, others. But Nana Sahib Rasne, we heard about them. But they had, they wanted to get away of Sansar, right? Adkar ji wanted to stay with Baba. His father-in-law will come, send him back home. But Baba said, no, you have to go. And the bottommost row is the devotees where Baba said, no, you are born to do something different. You are, and Upasni ji was one of them. And this bottom row, is there may be many other devotees that my limited knowledge, I don't know, but maybe many other devotees are applicable for the bottom row. Radha Krishna Mai was one of the other devotees for who, very little information is known. So Upasni ji Maharaj was the saint created by Baba, or sage of Sakori. As per the last wish of Upasni ji, Godavari Mataji became the Sadguru of Sakori. After completing the task given by her Sadguru, Mataji attained Samadhi on 18th August 1990. So Now we will do, Upasni ji's aarti. So this concludes our series on Upasni Ji Maharaj, the sage created by Baba. And Baba said, remember those words by Baba when he was sitting, Upasni was sitting in Dwarka Mai. He said that you have to plant people tree in next to cremation ground. And Upasni ji, you didn't understand. What he meant was you have to start a spiritual institution. The plants, the trees you grow, it is going to help the, you know, future generations. And that's what happened. Upasni ji ne Meher Baba devotee banaya, unke devotee hue. Godavari Mata, she was a divine soul. She was an incarnation of Gajanan Maharaj. A lot of, you know, there is big story around behind that. And up, you know, there is, after Godavari Mata, there are other spiritual head in the Sakuri ashram. So now, you know, when you visit Shirdi, you know, when you will go Sakuri, you can, you know, these all stories be in your head, you can make full use of, and, you know, enjoy that. It's very, you know, 4 miles, 4 kilometers from Shirdi. So let me see the chat thing. I didn't see questions. Shikharji, I don't know, you, did you see any questions here that I?
Yeah, sir, some few.
Amod Borkar ji is here. Amod Borake is, you know, he's grandson of Yashwantrao Borke. He's in London. His home is the same. His home is the same what I mentioned, where Upasni ji stayed. He was the first devotee in 1914. So Yashwantrao, you know, Amod Borke, he mentioned here, he's here. And I'm just going through. Yeah, Nana Sahib met Upasni Maharaj and Godavari ji many times. Yeah, yeah, okay, Nana Sahib. So this is really great. I also learned a lot about Upasni ji during these 4 weeks. So next week we are gonna bring another great devotee's family, and his name is Raghuvir Purandhare. He was Baba's very close devotee. Also, he was a great close devotee of Radha Krishna Mai also. Whenever he will go to visit Shirdi, he will stay at her house, Jo Abdul Baba ki kutia. So I have, you know, requested Purandhare ji's grandson who lives in Bandra. He will come next week, and, you know, we'll hear from him. With this, we'll close our today's satsang. Shekhar ji, anything?
No, that's very good. Thank you so much, Puniti. That's a great effort, sir.
Okay.
No.
Thank you, everyone. Sairam. See you next week.